So now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about how you can register the devices. And what does that mean? That means that you're going to use this device called an ActivHub. And the ActivHub will allow any ActivExpression to communicate with the computer. Without this plugged in, it does nothing. The good news is that everything that's in this particular set will go with the ActivHub. So if you're sharing a set, all you have to do is take the ActivHub with you, and they're all registered after that.
So that
Yes.
allows interactivity with the services.
This allows interactivity with the Promethean software. So what you're going to see here is when you have ActivInspire, either loaded on your desktop or on another device, you'll be able to use this software to do these kind of activities that I'm going to show you. Okay?
We haven't gotten those yet, have we?
No, you have not. But you're going to get them
I was
soon.
scared. I'm like, I don't recognize
No, you didn't get them yet. You're going to be
You
able to
just
see
do it
them.
on your desktop, and then you would just use the mouse click?
I'll show you. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. You'll be able to use the mouse, but the nice thing is you'll be able to, you'll be able to, if you don't have it hooked up to a board, but you have it projected to the TV,
Yeah, because I don't have a board, so it would be...
no worries. Then you would just use the mouse like you normally do with the computer, and the students would see it up there.
I run my classroom using the software,
Mm-hmm.
just from a laptop and the TV.
Right,
So
exactly.
it works.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so we're not going to do this activity yet, but we are after I show you the demonstration. So the first thing is, how do you register these? Well, first thing you do is you plug in the ActivHub into your USB port. And what's going to happen, it's hard to see, but there's a blinking light that will be red, and when it turns green, then you know it's ready to go. The first time you plug it in, however, it's going to say that there's new hardware found. So you have to wait for that to say, okay, the hardware is installed, we're good to go, and then it works. So now comes the registration part. And I can't do that without handing out the devices. So each of you is going to get an ActivExpression device. And they are the coolest things ever, because they're like the good old, what were those called? The Blackberries, remember? That's what it looks like. So this is a ActivExpression, and the coolest thing is that it has a full keyboard on it, unlike the older ones. The older ones had it like the old text version, where you had to hit the button 3 times to get a letter. Not these. So you can do a lot of text response stuff with these a lot more efficiently. Alright.
So social studies already has theirs, and
Did everyone get one?
they look different,
You did get one, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
but they're exactly the same. So
I know, I like that.
All right, so what I'd like you to do is you have to power on the ActivExpressions. So make sure you power those on.
Is that which?
So in the lower right-hand corner, very lower right-hand corner, there's
Boy,
the
they
power
are
button.
stealth on us, huh?
Yeah, they make it stealth, don't they? And what you're going to do is you're going to turn them on. All right, now, in order for me to successfully register them, I have to do something else. I have to go to my browser. And to do that, you go to View, Browsers. Don't worry, the directions are right on that sheet, so if you forget, no worries. So I'm going to go to Browser. And then I have all of these buttons to choose. I'm going to choose this one, which is called the ActivExpressions browser. It's called the voting browser. And you see how they all say unnamed? Well, that's because these are already registered. They're already registered. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually have you name them so you can put your name on them. Okay? I'm sorry?
This is part of something else.
You're going to keep these for now. Yeah, through the whole presentation.
Just for, okay.
Uh-huh. So let's do registration. So I'm going to do it again. It's okay if we re-register them because I want you to get the practice of what the students are going to do. So now I have to go to my registration spot. So let me show you where that is. That's this button right here. It looks like a menu, so I'll show you again. First of all, you want to make sure you have ActivExpressions selected, not ActiveVote, because those are just the egg shape that have only 6 choices and that's it. So ActivExpressions, go here, and then you say register. Now you see it already has 32, it's already registered, right? We're only going to register just these, and the other ones we won't worry about. So I'm going to clear the registration. You will have nothing registered. It'll say 0 ActivExpressions registered when you first start it. So I'm going to remove all. Sorry, Tammy.
It's okay.
Now they're history. So now, how do you register them? First thing you do is you click on register, and then you figure out how many you want to register. Well, if you're going to use a whole class set, you're obviously going to register 32. I am only going to register, how many do we have here? 8, right? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or am I wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 ActivExpressions. Now, I'm going to allow expression and user naming because I want you to name it with your name so we know who it is. But I'll show you that you can toggle it to anonymous if you don't want students to see the results and see who answered what. But since we have 8 people, it's all right, we'll do it that way. So I'm going to do any characters, and the maximum length will do 14, and that's good. Okay? So now, once I do that, I go through the steps. So I'm going to hit next. And now this is where your part comes in. When you turn it on, you're going to have a menu button that's going to come up on the right-hand side. So I'll show you where that is. It's this menu right here. Not the one on the top, but the one that's below the orange button on the right. And you're going to press that. And once you press it, it's going to say register. You see that? Okay? You're going to push select. So the button that, no, it's the button to the right. So anything that's on the screen will match where the button is. So you see where it says select right there? Okay, so you're going to press that button. There you go. Now the pin you're going to enter is this one right here. FAE. Everybody has the same pin number because the pin number matches with the ActivExpression device.
While you're doing that, I just want to interject. I did not set those up, so that's the way they came from the manufacturer.
Oh, okay.
So you're all going to have to do this the first time you use them. You're going to have to hit that button and unregister all of them. So I just went and
So
labeled
now,
them.
once you register, you should have another screen that lets you put in your name. So you can type in your name now. If you want
I
to
don't see
do,
that.
let's see.
I thought I selected.
Let's do it again. So we're going to go here, select, and then you're going to type in FAE. Good. And now you're going to put in your name. Yep. Now do you see what it's doing right now? It says I have 3 of 8 devices registered. My goal is to see 8 of 8.
How do you capitalize it?
You hit send or no?
I think you're just going to push send. Yep.
Mark, how do I capitalize?
Okay.
That's the shift.
That's your shift right there. So you're 1. That's all right. You can be 1.
But
I could change it though. Let's change it.
it's,
What is your name? And I'll put it in.
Phil, capital PHIL. And I like that I'm number 1, and I like that I'm on top of it.
All right. Cool. So if you want to name them, you can name them. So what that means is, if I go here, enter a new name, you can rename them right up here on the software if the students don't name it correctly, as we saw just here, as an example. So now if I hit OK, watch what's going to happen. Device renaming, and it's going to change from 1 to Phil. Okay? So that's done. Now, I hit done because 8 ActivExpressions are registered. Yay. I press done, and I'm ready to go. That's it. So now, realistically, you'll have 32, right? And then you'll come in and then have it.